So you can listen to this practice wherever you find yourself today. You can be sitting down or laying down or stretching and doing things if that's what you got to do. And hopefully wherever you're at when you listen to this, it will still be helpful to you in some way. So if you want to listen to this in a still position, just take all the time you need to arrive. And you can let yourself fidget and adjust yourself until you get to that space where you feel like you can be relatively still and in this space of comfort, if that's how you'd like to listen to this practice. Maybe taking some neck rolls or side body bends or cat-cows with the spine, just anything at all that your body is calling for. Just letting your body move you. And maybe what your body is calling for right now is stillness. So feeling free to find that stillness whenever it feels right. And no rush whatsoever. You can continue to move for as long as you need to. And throughout this practice, whenever you feel the need to adjust, please feel free to. But if you're feeling ready, you can just let yourself find a position with the spine nice and straight. And if you're in a space where you feel safe to do so, and if you haven't already, you can allow the eyes to gently close as you just mark your arrival into your body today with a full, intentional cleansing breath. A long, slow inhale in through the nose, letting yourself fill up as you just pause for a moment at the top to really feel that fullness. And without straining as you need to, slowly letting it all go. Exhaling fully and gently pulling the navel toward the spine at the bottom of your exhale to just get that last bit of stagnant air out of you. And then pause again, just to feel that emptiness. And letting your next breath come as it's needed. And so you can breathe just like that for as many rounds as feels good for you. Just exaggerating the 4 parts of your breath. The inhale, that pause at the top of the inhale, followed by the exhale and the pause at the bottom of the exhale. And at any point, you can just release this guidance or control over your breath altogether. And almost feel yourself stepping back and up into that role of the observer or the role of the witness. And seeing if you can still notice these 4 parts of your breath, but without having any direct influence over the rhythm or depth of this breath. And just observing how your body breathes completely on its own. And remembering that sometimes this feels very difficult to do, so it is okay if that's where you are right now. But wherever you are, just starting to bring some awareness now into your face. And just noticing first any feelings or expressions that are resting on your face. Any feelings that might be being communicated by the expression resting on your face. Maybe the jaw is a little bit tight. Maybe the brow is furrowed. Maybe the chin or nostrils are holding some tension, or even the ears. And with your act of noticing these areas of tension, letting that be the power that you need to then instead soften and simply allow your jaw to hang into place. Allow your forehead to be wide and deep as your eyelids are just softly closed. The nostrils soften, followed by the cheeks and the ears, all the way down to the chin. So you feel this sense that it's almost like the muscles of your face are just hanging off of the bones slightly, just allowing any expression to naturally melt away with the tension. And if right now or any time you have trouble relaxing these muscles, you can always play around with these opposite sensations. So instead, tighten the face completely and try to make the smallest face you can make by tensing all these muscles, and then releasing and feeling the opposite sensation. It could be a nice trick just to notice when the tension is being held versus when you release it. And now, just feeling the same sensation, the same sense of softness across the face, and allowing that to naturally spread across your whole head, your scalp and hairline. And almost as if, like when you step into a warm shower, or if you have warm water trickling down you, just letting the tension melt away, just like the water would be rushing down you. So feeling this sense of release naturally cascade down the neck and shoulders and arms, down the chest and the back into the stomach, and down into your seat, down the legs and feet. As you just simply release yourself into the surface that is beneath you. And as you remember the force of gravity, just feeling this hugging of gravity, keeping you close to the surface beneath you and to the earth beneath that surface. And simply surrendering the weight of your body into the earth. Maybe feeling a little extra heavy, maybe curling in the shoulders, maybe the head falling. And just allowing yourself to be as heavy as you can be right now. That feeling of when you release yourself into a hug of someone who you love very dearly. Maybe a parent or sibling or friend, or even an animal. That feeling when you exhale and time seems to stop for a moment and you just allow yourself to be held. And seeing if you can feel that same or similar sensation just with the ground beneath you. As you remember that everything will be held exactly where it needs to be without any of your doing. And now keeping this sense of heaviness and seeing if at the same time you can just allow whatever part of your body is facing the sky above you to almost be like magnetically drawn up toward the sky. So if you're laying down, maybe that's just the heart, the front side of your body, letting that be proud and reach up. And if you're sitting down, letting that be the crown of your head. And just seeing if you can, even just for a moment, feel these contrasting feelings at the same time. Feeling both heavy and light. Remembering that you are capable of holding these opposing sensations. You're capable of holding contrasting feelings and beliefs. So just allowing your collarbones to be broad as you just feel your heart sitting in a proud position wherever you are. And just remembering your heart's connection to every inch of your body. And particularly if there's any areas in your body right now that are in pain. If there's any place that is physically suffering from pain, or maybe energetically or emotionally, if you're feeling discomfort or pain in any area within you, just practicing allowing those sensations to be present because they are, instead of distracting or running away from them. And seeing if you can just trace the space of your anatomy between this area of discomfort and your own heart. And if the area of discomfort is in your heart itself, just bringing all of your attention there, maybe even placing one or both hands on top of the heart just to encourage that feeling a little deeper, and from the outside as well. And just seeing the space in your body that might be hurting, or any place that might just need some extra attention. And just allowing your heart to feed into this area. And remembering all of the love and energy that is generated from this incredible organ that's inside your chest. This organ that has been pumping life into you from the time you were in your mother's womb up to this exact moment. And just the power of that. There is nothing in particular you are doing to make your heart beat right now. It is pumping blood and life into you, all on its own, from whatever source of energy that all comes from. Or just remembering your connection to that source, and how all that love, you have direct access to all of that love. Just giving yourself some more of that love right now, and any part of you that might need some extra love. And just again reminding your face to be soft. Noticing if any expressions have crept back into the face. Knowing that that too is part of the process. And just allowing your body to continue to soften as you listen to the following words. I'll be reading from Inward by Young Pueblo, and I will type the name of this in the chat after this session so you don't have to remember this. Just allow yourself to continue to soften and absorb what resonates. Forcing ourselves to be happy is not genuine or useful. Being honest about what we feel while remaining calm and aware is the real work. Reminder, a sign of growth is being okay with not being okay. There is an important difference between dwelling in misery and understanding that on the path of healing, things will come up that sometimes cause us to feel the old emotions and patterns that we are working on letting go. There is great power in honoring the reality of our current emotions, not feeding them or making them worse, but simply recognizing that this is what has arisen in this present moment, and that this will also change. When we create this space within ourselves, a space of calmness that is undisturbed by the storm tends to pass more quickly. Practicing such profound honesty within ourselves helps in all facets of internal and external life. There is no real freedom without honesty. And without honesty, there can be no peace of mind. Healing ourselves isn't about constantly feeling bliss. Being attached to bliss is a bondage of its own. Trying to force ourselves to be happy is counterproductive because it suppresses the sometimes tough reality of the moment, pushing it back within the depths of our being instead of allowing it to arise and release. Healing ourselves is the personal movement we embark on to let go of all the conditioning that limits our freedom. In this journey, there will undoubtedly be moments of bliss and difficulty. Real happiness and wisdom grow from the reality we experience, not from the fleeting moments of bliss that we feel. And now I'm going to read Wild Geese by Mary Oliver. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese, high in the clean blue air, are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over, announcing your place in the family of things. Just taking the next few moments to just let everything you've heard today settle, and trusting that anything you heard that really resonated with you is just when you hear on the outside what a part of you already knows to be true on the inside. So just letting that trust with yourself be enhanced within you, so that you feel a little bit more confidence to act on what you already know to be true. And if it feels like something you would like to do today, just let your hands find each other in a prayer position toward heart center. And just once again, feeling this pulse that is running through you. And as you take a deep breath into the body, you can let yourself fill up with this fresh, new air. And as you exhale, letting go of anything you're ready to let go of, as you let your head gently bow. And just taking a moment to bow to the source of energy that allows your heart to beat, whatever you believe that to be. Bowing to everyone else in this space who has listened and completed this practice right alongside you. And finally bowing to yourself for choosing to show up today and taking the time out of your busy life for this pure act of self-love and self-care. May this act continue to heal you through the rest of your days and nights, and may bring the same love and understanding to everything you do and to everyone that you see. Thank you.